snakes. My name is Dante, and yeah, today it's Podcast Tuesday once again, and yeah, so the mystery boosters have have come out already, but only the convention edition ones, which are like kind of like the early access form of mystery boosters, but yeah. So these boosters were released at a Magic Fest and contain some random cards from random sets. The thing is that those random cards were reprints. They weren't the original. They weren't like, for example, if you find like if you find an say for example uh a commander like for example if you find for example a commander 2014 Angel of the Dire Hour from a mystery booster, it will actually be a new uh not command mystery booster 2019 reprint, say for example. Yeah, but the thing is that those mystery boosters come with one new card called playtest cards, and playtest cards are cards that are playtested and can only be found from those convention mystery boosters. They can't be played in any format excluding Chaos Draft. They can only be played in Chaos Draft. They are not meant for constructed play. Not even Commander, can you believe it? The thing is, they are called play test. That doesn't make sense. If they are play test, then how can you not play test them? That doesn't make sense. Wizards sometimes doesn't make sense with what they do. Just I don't know why, but the playtest can't be playtested excluding in draft for some reason. But hey, don't worry. Not just that, but the thing is that normal mystery booster, like convention mystery boosters, can only be found at Magic Fests and I think also SCG tours, but mainly Magic Fests. I think some SCG tours also have it, but Magic Fests are the only way you can get mystery convention boosters right now. Like the mystery boosters, yeah, right now can only be found at conventions. But the thing is that regular mystery boosters will be released in 2020, but they won't have playtest cards. They'll be much different than the convention mystery boosters. But let's head on straight to the podcast, our number 20 card, and it is you want to be ahead of the game? Or have a land right at the start of the game, just extra mana? Then there is Rift, a legendary land which says, before you draw your hand, you may start the game with card name in your opening hand. Oh, wait, hang on a moment. Well, yeah, not start the game with it, but start it in your hand, which is different. Like, yeah, in your opening hand. If you do draw one Fury card, like, mulligans continue as normal, yeah. Well, what you can do is that to assure yourself at least one land in your hand, you can choose to replace, like, you can choose to put Rift in your opening hand and then draw 6 cards instead of 7. Yeah. Yeah, you can put any number of Rifts in your hand, but the thing is that Rift is a legendary land, enters tapped and taps for colorless. Like, if your deck relies on having at least 2 lands in your starting hand, or like 1 land in your starting hand, and Rift is for you. If you like for example, you can have Rift in your starting hand, and like, because if you don't have Rift in your starting hand, then you have 1 land in your opening hand, then you mulligan. Like, Rift increases your chance of keeping 7. Like, because if you draw another land in your opening hand and you have Rift as well, then you can keep it. Like, if Rift is your only land in your hand, in your starting hand, which would be unlucky, then yeah, that's a mulligan. But don't worry, let's get to card 19. Wow. So yeah, land tokens are a thing now, which is quite surprising. Like, land tokens weren't a thing until mystery boosters. Yes. Mystery boosters, playtest cards are a combination of like funny cards, which can be in a future unset or future silver border card. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a new unset coming out soon called Unsanctioned. It's not really an unset, it's just like it comes with 5. It's like, it's similar to the Game Night slash, like, it's kind of like Game Night or Explorers of Ixalan or Arch Enemy. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's kind of like that kind of thing. And yeah, it's, but the thing is that it's also not just that, it's also a kind of like a future sight in a way, because future sight and mechanics, future mechanics and future cycles and stuff. And this is, for example, future sighting land tokens. Like, for example, Generated Horizons is our number 19, because 4 mana enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep, create a forest land token. Yes! There we go, land tokens, and getting a land every turn, which is cool. The art is kind of funny, like, just generating forests in a computer. But yeah, let's get to card 18. And it's Wasteland. You go like, wait, how is Wasteland a playtest if it's an actual card? No, not that Wasteland, you know. A new Wasteland. Wasteland, not Wasteland. Wasteland. That's a completely different card. Completely different name, because, yeah. Because things don't usually go well when when Wizards just prints new cards with the same name as an old card. Like, for example, that time they had Impulse, that time they made Impulse, and then they made another Impulse, or could be a reprint of Impulse. Like, I think it's a reprint of Impulse. Like, it had the same name, but excluding the shuffle part. Yeah. I don't know. But hey, Wasteland is our number 18, because say land that taps for 1 colorless, or tap, sacrifice card name, destroy target non-basic land. Its controller creates a Wasteland token. Yeah. And there's a better version of Wasteland, which is Wasteland, of course, because it's just tap, add colors, tap, sacrifice, Wasteland, destroy type non-basic land. There's an even better version of Wasteland, which is Strip Mine, which is a land that taps for 1 colors, tap, sacrifice, Strip Mine, destroy type land. Yeah. They're all really good cards. I think at least Wasteland is better than Ghost Quarter. Because Ghost Quarter doesn't give them a basic land, it just it gives them a basic land, but like Wasteland doesn't give them a basic land, it gives them a waste token. Also, if you give your opponent land from the deck, they'll be thinning out their deck, and it might be good for them. And we don't want that. Yeah. Also, yeah, but if you give them a waste token, they will still have more lands in their deck. And yeah. And it won't provide normal mana. It will just provide colorless mana. Let's get to card 17. We got Tiger Stadium. Yep, it's a dual land. It's really good. It might be a bit conditional, but the thing is that it's a land that says card name enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a white, blue, or black permanent. And tap add red or green. To make it go untapped, you just need to play you just need to play Naya, Timur, or Jund. Those are the only 3 color combinations you need to play if you want Tiger Stadium to go untapped. The thing is that Tiger Stadium is possibly referencing a future cycle of lands, which are dual lands, which enter tapped unless you have a permanent of the other colors. Like for example, this taps for red or green, but enters tapped unless you have a white, blue, or black permanent. Yeah, it's really good if you're playing 3 color decks. The Tiger Stadium. It's making a reference to the original Alpha dual land Taiga, which is a land, mountain forest, with nothing else. Yeah, well, tap add red or green, but that's obvious because it's a mountain forest. So yeah, that's why I say nothing else. Yeah, it's just the best land in the game. Plain, just, yeah, you know, Tiger on Magic Online, Tiger in the Masters Edition 2/Masters Edition 4 online, it has the combined red and green symbol, as the text of the card. But yeah, let's get to card 16. And yep, our card 16 is Sun Imret. If you're wondering why did they write 61 Drac, then you know why. You'll know why now. Because 61 Drac is card 16 reverse. Because Sun Imret is actually Terminus Reverse! Yeah, it's a sorcery with reverse. It's 4 and 2 black sorcery, reverse miracle, black. But if the name is Sun Imret, why isn't the reverse miracle mechanic called Elkarim? Like Elkarim would be a better name for the reverse miracle mechanic, which is if this card is on the bottom of your library as you begin searching it, you may cast it without paying its reverse miracle cost. It's really good. and it's now all creatures. Like, it's a board wipe. Like, because the thing is that most Exile all creatures board wipes are in white, and we're like 4-2 white. But hey, 4 and 2 black, and a rare alternate cost, like an alternative cost, which is kind of rare. But like, for example, we go like, okay, let's go Mystic Tutor, and like, oh snake, Sun Imbret is at the bottom. Wow, exile all creatures for 1 black. There you go. Yeah. Or you can even just go like Demonic Tutor. Let's search for a border. Oh, snake, it's at the bottom. Let's do this. 1 black and exile creatures. Yeah. It's just really good. So yeah, the Sun Imbret is Terminus reverse, and Terminus is 4-2 white sorcery. Put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's libraries. Miracle for 1 white. Yeah. Also like how Sun Imbret is arranged like reverse, because Terminus have the cards text on top and the miracle cost below, but Sun Imbret has it on pot and the text of the card on, oh yeah, pot is top reverse, yeah, on top, and card text on the bottom, yeah. It's so funny, Sun Imbret. Yeah, it's just, the name's just really funny, and the text as well. Let's get to card 15. We finally got a non-legendary Planeswalker, which might be a future mechanic. Non-legendary Planeswalkers. Well, they made Personal Decoy, which is just really good. It's 5 white, blue, Planeswalker. Duck. Duck. So fun. That's its Planeswalker type. Duck. Wow. Yeah. Also, it's not even legendary, so you can have any number of those. Also, as you can see there, it's playtested on a Planeswalker with 3 abilities. I wonder what's the Planeswalker below it. You know, in case if you didn't realize, Sun Imbret was actually playtested on top of Entreat the Dead, not Terminus. Why though? This must have been playtested on a dual land, I think. Wasteland was actually playtested on top of a Reliquary Tower, but not on top of a Wasteland. If you notice. I just don't know what's this playtested on. And neither this one. Let's talk about Personal Decoy, yeah, and 7 Ed's Loyalty. Like, we finally got another Planeswalker with Ed's Loyalty, because Nisa, the green-blue one, has an Ed's Loyalty, but Personal Decoy also has one. Well, Personal Decoy says enter the battlefield with a number of loyalty counters equal to your life total. So it's kind of like you double your life total. If it would leave the battlefield, instead exile it. You can't be attacked. +1, you gain 1 life. -4, draw a card. So yeah, Personal Decoy is good because it can protect you. Like, it can it practically doubles your life total. Also, it can also enhance your life total. Like, it can +1 and gain you life, so you practically gain 2 life. And -4, you draw a card. Like, you can spend, like, pay 4 life, draw a card, but only once per turn. I don't know. I'd rather go with a Necropotence, which is pay 1 life, draw card at end of turn, practically saying. But yeah, you know, Personal Decoy. It's just a fun card. For some reason, the Planeswalker type is Duck. I'm sure it might be making a reference to Dak Faden, which has a Planeswalker type of Dak, but not Duck. I'm just joking. I don't know exactly. You know, let's get to card 14. Simply 14. We got Pure Steel Angel. It's just an 8 mana 4/4 artifact creature angel flying indestructible. When enters battlefield, exile all artifacts that aren't colorless. That includes itself if it somehow got color, like Painter Servant, and it just exiles all artifacts in general, or like Painter Servant plus Mycosynth Lattice and just exiles everything. Like when it deals combat damage to player, you get an emblem with if you would lose the game, instead your life total becomes 20, shuffle your graveyard into your library, you lose all poison counters, and you lose this emblem. It's just good. So like every time it hits a player, it's just an extra life you're having. Like for example, like they go like, okay, you're dead. Nope, 20 life, everything's back in, lost all the poison counters. But the only way you can break Pure Steel Angel is commander damage, because it doesn't remove commander damage from you. So it goes like, so if once you get hit by 21 commander damage, and it goes like, okay, you just nope, remove this emblem, life to 20, remove all poison counters, shuffle graveyard into library. Oh, I lose again. Nope, life to 20, shuffle graveyard into. Wait, I don't have a graveyard. Wait, I'm already at 20. How? I don't have a graveyard somehow. Don't have any poison counters. How is this possible? Like, oh, Snake, I lose again. Okay, no, wait. I go to 20 and like, what? And then you lose an. No, I don't have an emblem. I'm dead. Yeah, you know, it's just beats everything except for commander damage. But the thing is that this card is still a playtest. The thing is that it got printed. They can do anything to playtests as long as they aren't released. They can change any playtest. So they might errata it or just change the text to say like, and lose all commander damage. I don't know. Also, Pure Steel Angel's emblem is the first ever emblem that can be lost. Yeah, let's get to card 13. We got Yawgmoth's Testament. So yeah, as far as I can see, I think this, of course, this can't be playtested on top of a Yawgmoth's Will, because Yawgmoth's Will is in the reserve list. But I think this is playtested on top of a Magus of the Will, not Yawgmoth's Will, but it's playtested on top of a Magus of the Will, I think. Not Magus of the Wheel, Magus of the Will, which is different. Yawgmoth's Testament, it's making reference to Yawgmoth's Will, because, yeah. It's 3 mana sorcery out into end of turn. You may play face-up cards you own from exile. If a card we put into graveyard or exile from anywhere this turn, put into the bottom of your library instead. So yeah, it's just really good, because it just goes like, because all the cards you cast with a Yawgmoth's Will or a Magus of the Will, you can recast it again. Yeah, and gone to your exile, you can recast again, like, and then stuff go to the bottom instead. Yeah, it's kind of good. Like, it can go infinite with Mirrored Lotus, which is also a playtest from the same set. It'll appear later in this podcast, and you'll know why. Just stay tuned till the end of the podcast to find out why this goes infinite with Mirrored Lotus. But yeah, it's just really good. It's just a really, really good card when you think about it. Because usually you don't get stuff that can that can remove cards from exile. You rarely see stuff like the only things that can do that are like processors or even processors or rift sweepers. What's that white thing again? Which puts cards from exile into the graveyard. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah, there was one. And of course, anything that puts cards from outside the game into your hand. Or even stuff like Spawnsire of Ulamog, which can cast Eldrazi's from outside the game or from exile. Let's get to card 12. We got Truther there. Like, I was always wondering before, why didn't they make a card called Truther there? Like, I don't know, but like, have you all heard of a game called Truth or Dare? Well, yeah, Truth or Dare. It's like when you just the main point is like you just tell someone, like ask someone to go like truth or dare, and then they just go like, and if they choose truth, they have to answer a question truthfully, or if they choose dare, you have to dare them to do something. I'm sure you all heard of that game before. Yeah. And truth or dare, and there's many different alterations to the truth or dare game. Well, guess what? MTG has a card called Truth or Dare now. It's just a playtest. Don't worry. I don't know what's this proxy onto. Could it be a factor fiction? I don't know. Well, Truth or Dare is a 1 and 2 blue sorcery. Target opponent chooses one. Truth. That player plays with their hand revealed for the rest of the game, or Dare. Mill all but the bottom 10 of cards of that player's library. Hey! Mill's finally a mechanic! Yes! There we go! Like, yeah. Mill is a mechanic, like, it wasn't a named mechanic up until mystery playtest cards. And, yeah. Or shortened to, or the mystery boosters were shortened to MYB, which is MY is in mystery and B is in boosters. So MYB. And yeah. And Mill is Mill was actually called put the top card of target player's library into a graveyard, or discard the top card of their library. But now it's Mill. Because yeah, there's also Ingest, which was exile the top card of a player's library, which was named after the mechanic Ingest, which was introduced in Battle for Zendikar. Yeah. It's just really good. But of course they probably choose Truth because Dare is just a bit too risky. It's kind of like, it's like, if they choose Dare, then of course it's a better version of the Traumatize, which is 5 mana to mill an opponent for half their deck, but not necessarily, because if they have like less than 20 cards in their deck, then of course Traumatize is better than Truth or Dare. But you truly don't want to do Traumatize right when they're running out of cards. Just do it to a different opponent. Or just don't cast it at all. Let's get to card 11. We got Animate Spell. Finally, we can enchant an instant or sorcery. Like, well, in the past you could enchant an instant, but instant from a graveyard, not instant on the stack. Now you can. It's 1 blue, enchantment, aura, flash, enchant instant or sorcery spell on the stack. When it becomes attached to the instant or sorcery, put that card on the battlefield under its owner's control. It's a creature with, in addition to its other types, with power of toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. When card name leaves the battlefield, enchanted card's owner sacrifices it unless they cast it. So, yeah. So, Animate Spell, the art is making reference to the DCI logo. And gets animated. And yeah. And the thing is that, so yeah, what does do is like it's I wasn't speaking? Okay. In case if you didn't, seems that I'll have to re-explain Lantern of Underside because somehow well, yeah. Now, oh, congratulations. obnoxious for winning the Streamer Smash match. So how are you? Well, yeah, let's re-explain the Lantern of Undersight. So yeah, I hope you heard all the part of relying on the top card of your deck and you draw from the bot. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Lantern of Undersight is a good card, and yeah. And you can do stuff like any enchantment that says you can play the top card of your library. You can just keep the top card of your library, and then draw from the bottom, so you don't have to affect the top card of your library. Yeah, if you have a really good card on the top and you just ran out of mana, if you do stuff, if you have a Experimental Frenzy somehow, and you have a really good card on the top, but you can't play it, if you have Lantern of Undersight, then you don't have to worry about this getting to your hand. You just have to draw from the bottom, and then you can cast it in your next turn. Or you can go in for it with Time Tree Navigator and Concording Crossroads. If you have Lantern of Undersight, because just go if you have Ascend, you can just put it to bottom, take answer turn. So you just draw Time Tree Navigator. Play it for 2 mana. Since it has haste, 4 mana, tap, put onto bottom, take answer turn. Yeah, you know the process. Yeah, it's just good. Yeah, it's a really good card. So yeah, let's get to card 9. Simply 9. We got Tybalt the Chaotic. Tybalt the Chaotic is another Tybalt, a new Tybalt. If you notice, Tybalt the Chaotic is actually proxied on top of Tybalt Rakish Instigator. If you noticed it. Lantern of Undersight. I don't know what's it proxied on top of, but I don't know. Why am I saying proxied? It's play tested. I think it's. Oh wait, what? Spoiled? Sorry. Oh yeah. Hopefully you didn't see it. I think. Oh yeah. Card 9 is Tybalt the Chaotic. It's just play tested on top of a Tybalt Rakish Instigator. So Tybalt the Chaotic is 3 red, 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker Tybalt. +1, cast a copy of one of the following cards chosen at random. Ignorant Bliss. Crack the Earth, Blazing Volley. Cast -3, cast a copy of one of the following cards chosen at random. Seething Song, Dance of Devils, Flamebreak. -6, cast a copy of one of the following cards chosen at random. Helion Eruption, Insurrection, Warp World. It's just chaotic and OP at the same time. Yeah. So yeah. It's proxied on top of Tybalt Rakish Instigator, which is 3 mana, 5 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Tybalt. Your opponents can't gain life. -2, create a 1/1 devil with when it dies, deal 1 damage to any target. Let's go to number 8, the Golden 8. Now it's Seek Bolus's Council. Oh yeah, Seek Bolus's Council. It's just kind of good. Chaotic, but hey. Seek Bolus's Council is blue, black, red. Sorcery, choose one at random. You just have to get lucky. You get emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, pay blue, black, red. If you don't, lose the game. Each player discards their hand, which includes you. Yes, remember that. Planeswalk to Pools of Becoming, which you can... Which this only happens if you're playing Plane Chase. And I'm not sure if Plane Chase Chaos Draft exists yet. I think they might make some kind of Plane Chase Chaos Draft. I don't know. In case if you didn't realize, it's actually play tested on top of a Confluence. Yeah. There's also for each opponent, exile cards from the top of their library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast those cards without paying their mana cost. That's OP. Destroy all creatures and non-bolus planeswalkers. You get an emblem with you can cast non-land cards from your sideboard? What? That's OP. But the thing is that there is no... That's OP when you're playing draft. In a chaos draft. Because, you can't play this... there are no sideboards in Commander, and of course, test cards are not for constructed play. But if they are playtest cards, then why can't they be play-tested? Wizards! Why are you... that's really ironic. A playtest card can't be playtested in Commander. Why? Why exactly, Wizards? Let's get to card 7. Simply 7. And we got Wrath of Sod. It's just a really good board wipe. Because Wrath of Sod's 2 green, white, sorcery, put a mana bond counter on all creatures. They lose all of their abilities and become lands with tap, add 1 mana of this card's color. So yeah, it's really good because Wrath of Sod is board wipe and and the thing is that you can get mana out of Wrath of Sod, so you can ramp. But your opponents can do the same as well. Also, the thing is that Wrath of Sod is for some reason it's not play tested on top of a Wrath of God, because Wrath of Sod is making a reference to Wrath of God, if you noticed. Yeah. Don't you... Yeah, for example, card Sun Imret, which was 61 Drac, was making a reference to Terminus. Well, yeah, card 16, because 61 Drac is just card 16 reverse. Yeah. Let's get to card 6. We got Urine Command. That's the only way you can get a non-legendary creature as your commander. So it's 2 mana sorcery, choose target creature you own and control. That creature becomes your commander. Any other commanders you have are no longer your commander. That creature starts with a commander stats of 0. It's just in case Omniscience couldn't be a... Just because Omniscience couldn't be a commander, just go just play a Locust God commander deck, then just Locust God commander. No, wait. Just in case since since Mickus and Flatus can't be your commander, you just go like blue-white, what's it called? Oh yeah, Rath-Capuchin commander deck. Then you just play Mickus and Flatus. Then somehow turn Mickus and Flatus into a creature like Animate Artifact or Ensoul Artifact. Or even using Karn. And then go like, so then it becomes a creature. Then go like, you're in command! Rath-Capuchin no longer is your commander. And now, Mickus and Flatus is your commander! Yes! There we go! Artifact commanders! Oh wait. The Grand Calcutron is already an artifact commander. Because, yeah, you know, Grand Calcutron got ratted to be your commander, to be able to be your commander. The thing is that it can only be your commander if it can only be your commander once Silver Borders return to commander, because Silver Borders were commander legal only once. That was only from December 2017 till January 2018. That was the only time you could play Silver Border cards in Commander. But now you can play Grand Calcutron as your commander. I don't know why. In 2019, nearly 2020. Why not do it 2 years ago? Yeah, I don't know. Let's get to card 5. It's just really good. You're in command. Yeah. Card 5. Let's go. We got Sliv Mizzet, Hive Mind. Yeah, Sliv Mizzet, Hive Mind. It's just a more powerful version of Niv Mizzet, the Fire Mind. Yeah, it's just really good. It's like 2 red, 2 blue, legendary creature, Dragon Sliver. Slivers you control have flying, and whenever you draw a card, this creature deals 1 damage to any target and tap, draw a card. It's really good. I don't know what the flavor text is exactly. Like, is it kind of like the wait. If we turn this upside down, I think it was like I don't know. It's oh. So yeah, if you turn it upside down, it actually says Sliv Mizzet. I just realized. Because it's making a reference to the original Niv Mizzet flavor text. Which if you tapped it, well, if you turn it around, it just says Niv Mizzet, or Niv Mizzet tap equals 1 damage. Yeah, it actually says it. Check it out yourself. It's actually what it says. Too bad I don't own a copy of the flavor text Niv Mizzet the Firemind. I just have the Commander 2017 Niv Mizzet Firemind, which doesn't have that flavor text. Yeah, from the Vault's Dragons, Niv Mizzet didn't have that flavor text either. All the other printings had that flavor text. The thing is that the from the Vault's Dragons one had a different flavor text. Not the cool one. Let's get to card 4. We got Time Sidewalk. Time Sidewalk. How would it go if you had 4 copies of a power 9 card in your deck or in your commander deck or just draft deck somehow. Not commander deck, but draft deck. Because you can't playtest the playtest cards, which is quite ironic. But yes, Time Sidewalk is a 8 mana sorcery taken as a turn after this one. But if it's in your opening hand, you can exile it to create 4 Time Walk tokens and put them in and shuffle them into your deck. So Time Walk, which says it's 2 blue sorcery taken as a turn after this one. So yeah, Time Sidewalk just is a really powerful. It's just really good. Like if you get late in the game, it's 8 mana for an extra turn. But if you don't, then just go like, okay, it's out. I have 4 Time Walk. So like you can pay the same cost and just take 4 extra turns instead. Like, yeah, and go like, okay, I will just hope to top deck a Time Walk, and oh look, you get it, and like that's like a way to, yeah, it's just really good. The thing is that a way to proxy that is like you literally put any card, like probably basic land, sleeve it into your deck, but the thing is that put the back of the card facing up, not the face of the card. So like you put, say for example, you put like the back of the card, and that would be like a Time Walk token. Like if it were a proxy, because of course, I suppose you wouldn't own 4 copies of Time Walk. If you'd own 4 copies of Time Walk, you'd be really lucky or really rich somehow. I don't know. Like, I don't know anyone who owns 4 copies of Time Walk. I know someone who owns 2 copies of Time Walk, but I never seen anyone who had 4 copies of Time Walk. Even if you just exile Time Sidewalk from your opening hand, why would you put damage 4 copies of a member of the Power 9, a $10,000 card, or even higher? Like, I think it was like $50,000. I'm not sure. It's just really expensive. Why damage it? Just for the singular purpose of running Time Sidewalk in your deck? Then don't run it! Well, yes, Time Sidewalk is OP, but if you really want to protect those expensive cards, don't play Time Sidewalk. If you don't want to go the proxy way. But it's always best to go with the proxy way. It's not like they're not exactly proxies, but yeah. Let's get to card 3. Golden Free. Yeah, remember to do that if you haven't already. And there you go. The Mirrored Lotus. What you've been waiting for. Oh, wait, is that actually proxy on top of a Sorcerer's Spyglass? Oh, I don't know. What's this proxy on top of? I don't know. Oh, yes, this is actually proxy on top of a Nif Mizzet. The thing it says proxy on top of a Nif Mizzet. Yeah, it's proxy on top of a Nif Mizzet Firemind, but this is, yeah. Some are easier to recognize. Some are easier to recognize than others. Yeah. So yeah, that's the infinite combo with Yawgmoth's Testament. It makes infinite mana of every color, but it comes at a cost of giving your opponent infinite Mirrored Lotuses. Yeah. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, it doesn't go infinite. I just realized there is a condition to the Yawgmoth's Testament. It puts the card to the bottom. Ah, there's a catch. Never mind, there is no infinite combo. Because I thought good, like, 0 mana, tap, exile, add 3 mana, recast. It's out. Mana. Recast. But no. That does not work like that. It doesn't. So, well, if you go like Blacker Lotus and you just tear into pieces and to add 4 mana, at the end of turn you exile them. So then when it's an exile, then goes like, oh, Yawgmoth's Testament. Like you just need to somehow recast Yawgmoth's Testament, and you can go like, okay, I'll recast just recast the millions of pieces of Blacker Lotus, so you get like millions of Blacker Lotuses. So then you get like lots of mana, and then tear those tiny bits into even more tiny bits until you can't tear it anymore, and that's when it becomes an atom. When you can't cut an item any further, when you can't cut something any further. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really complicated. All those stuff like the Yawgmoth's Testament Lotus thing. But hey, Mirrored Lotus is really good. It's like Black Lotus, but you give your opponents a Black Lotus, but they get exiled instead of getting sacrificed. Let's get to card 2. Hey, Maro's gone nuts! Wow. Yeah, that's actually number 2. You know, this is playtested on top of a doubling season because, you know, Maro's gone nuts just doubles something that doubles. The thing is that it doesn't say on turn of turn, so you can doubling season and then just and it becomes quadrupling season. Well done. Congratulations, Maro. Oh yeah, Maro's gone nuts is actually just just short for Mark Rosewater gone crazy. Mark Rosewater's gone crazy. Yeah. And it's shortened to Maro's gone nuts. Yeah. So it's two green and oh! Wait, it's an enchantment? Oh! I thought it was an instant. Oh yeah, wait. But hey, it's really powerful. Just Maro's gone nuts. Just doubles everything that doubles. Yeah. Well. So yeah. Maro's gone nuts is just really overpowered. Like, but the thing is that it doubles your opponent's doubling effect. So it just quadruples your opponent's stuff as well. It's like, so yeah. So like, for example, in case you didn't realize, Maro's gone nuts is just literally lots of look at me, I'm the DCIs. Yeah. Like, look at me, I'm the DCI is just the singular version of the Maro's gone nuts art, because you just see lots of stickmen holding a cup of tea. Wait, is that a cup of tea or is that coffee? I don't know. Or is that chocolate milk? Hey, I think it's chocolate milk. I don't know. With a blindfold, smiling, and pointing a dart. The thing is that there is no dartboard with a card. It's just literally lots of stickmen with holding a dart with blindfolds, holding a chocolate milk. I don't know, it's just really funny. Yeah. Also, thing is that Look at Me, I'm the DCI was the only card illustrated by Mark Rosewater. And it was also designed by Mark Rosewater. Yeah. There are few cards that were designed by the illustrator. It was illustrated it was both illustrated and made by the same person. Like, look at me, I'm the DCI is one of the few cards. Say it's 7 mana sorcery, ban 1 card, other than a basic land for the remainder of the match. So yeah, it's just the best silver border in the game. And Maro's gone nuts. It's making reference to look at me, I'm the DCI. And look at me, yeah. And in case you didn't realize, the art of this podcast is actually look at me, I'm the DCI. Because of Maro's gone nuts. It's just really funny. Yeah. It's not the best. It's just OP. And like, enchantment for 2 mana that doubles everything that doubles. Doubling season becomes quadrupling season. Mana reflection becomes mana quadruplication, or even go like boon reflection, just boon quadruplication, or like, yeah, or like anything that just doubles just becomes a quadruple, but it applies to your opponent. So it like goes like do some, you can, but the thing is that it can also have its negatives. Like, for example, if you have Gold Knight Castigator, which doubles all damage dealt to it and all damage dealt to you, then you can be like, okay, Gold Knight Castigator, Harmless Offering, give it to you, Maro's gone nuts. Now quadruple damage to you. And then you're like, what? How can we deal with that? Or like go like Furnace of Wrath, Maro's gone nuts, quadruple all damage. Or like Dictate of the Twin Gods, like quadruples all the damage. Yeah, it's just quadruples any doubling effect. What? Yeah, Mark Rosewater literally gone crazy. I bet he made this card. I guess he made the card. But let's get to our number one. That's why you're all here. Render Forest. We got Goldmine. Yes, Goldmine is just Wait, is that also prot-seed on top of, not prot-seed, playtested on, is that actually playtested on top of a Reliquary Tower? Wait, they're both playtested on top of a Reliquary Tower. Can you believe it? They're both playtested on top of the same card. Well, Goldmine is one, it's just a land that says tap, add colors. Legacy, tap. Mark one of it's one of card names unmarked nodes. Add 1 mana of any color. Bots. Yeah. And so yeah. And you go like, what are those 5 bots is for? You just have to mark them every time you tap this for any color. So you mark them. But the thing is that it's not as simple. It's similar to Gemstone Mine, which is a land that enters tapped with, no, not enters tapped, it enters with 3 mining counters. Tap, remove a mining counter from Gemstone Mine to add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. If there are no mining counters on it, sacrifice it. Is it the worst version? Well, yeah, Goldmine taps for colors and marks 5 of the nodes. But the thing is that, first of all, you can't double the counters on Goldmine. But it comes at an advantage. You can't remove counters from Goldmine either. Like, say for example, and it's unaffected by solemnities. Yeah. Which rely on counters. Which stops counters. Well, there's also disadvantage, which is it carries on to different games. Because you mark it, and hey, next game and you have this same, it will still be marked. The thing you can beat that is like you go like you can use a pencil and then erase it, or just use a pen and then an erasing pen and erase it later on, or just use something like tippets or anything that can erase stuff and just erase it. And yeah, because well, yeah, and yeah, it's just a really good card. Not just that, the art is just so funny. It's just so like it's like a stick man holding a pickaxe. Yeah. Which yeah, and it's literally the rest is just black. It's just so funny art. I'm not sure if this art is fun. I'm not sure which one is funnier. If it's the gold mine art or Maro's gone nuts art, which is literally look at me, I'm the DCI art. Or if it's the Seek Bolus's Council art, which is literally just some random person phone calling Nicol Bolas. Or Tybalt actually playing MTG. Or like, what the heck? I don't know. No. And like, or if it's Animate Spell, which is literally an animated, like if it like an animated version of the DCI symbol, or if it's just Pure Steel Angel, which is just a sword with wings and a halo and a ++ looks sharp. I don't know what, like, yeah, it does look sharp because it's a sword and it can cut you entirely, but I don't know. Personal Decoy is also funny because it's a duck with the Planeswalker symbol. The art, yeah. Generated Horizons is also funny art because it's just literally a file thing. Yeah. Just what's funny about the playtest cards, not just the cards, but the arts as well, are kind of funny. Yeah. I think most of the playtest cards from there, like many of the playtest cards, I'm just guessing they're playtesting any future cards for unsanctioned, which will be the next unset, but it's like, but not really an unset, more like silver border cards, like, but like similar to the game nights thing, game nights thing, not game nights, game night thing, or Explorers of Ixalan, or even Arch Enemy, and unsanctioned will be something similar. So it's not going to be something like unglued, unhinged, unstable. It'll be more like unsanctioned will be something more like Christmas promos, Hascon promos, and ponies the galloping, but in a different way, because the thing is that, yeah, it's like if they combined a game night with Hascon promos, kinda like, I don't know, but the thing is that ow, yeah, what's again? Oh wait, yeah, what? I don't know, I forgot, but yeah, you know, I just really like those playtest cards. But yeah, which one did you like the most, actually? Yeah, of course, how would you order those cards? Or like, congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast, so why don't you just like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already? And if you do, you can get a pre-release code for free. Yeah. Also, not just that, but what are your top 20 mystery playtest cards? And yeah, do you like the mystery playtest cards? Because I do. They're just really funny. Do you find them funny? Well, if you do, then just make your comments. Type in the live chat, talk chat, stream chat, comments. Which one did you like the most? And yeah. And if you agree that playtests should be commander legal, because I personally believe that playtest cards are meant to be playtested, not collected. What do you think? If you agree with this statement, please like this video and subscribe, follow if you haven't already, and share with your friends. Just spread the word. And yeah, not just that. There's more live podcasts from where that came from. They are live every Tuesday. So yeah, stay tuned to them and watch my other videos and streams as well. And just watch my upcoming videos as well, which is cool. Which they are cool. Just hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. Thanks for watching. If you want to do a podcast recommendation, then leave it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching this podcast, and bye.